Hello and welcome back to Awkward Vlogs. Today is September 11th, a day that will forever live in the hearts and minds of pretty much anybody who is a citizen of this country, United States of America. It is a day in which nearly 3,000 people died at the hands of terrorists who, through various means, were able to infiltrate security and just change the way that we look at, tragedy, the way that we look at war, the way that we look at a lot of things. And no matter where you stand politically on either side of the aisle, whether you liked President Bush and the things that he did and any policies that have come after, the one thing we should be able to agree on is that we want to have pride in our country. We want us to be safe. We want our children to be safe. We want our family to be safe. And we need to take care of each other. One of the channels I watch regularly, Riv and Al, speaks to that a lot. We're talking about positivity and needing to lift each other up. For me, having a belief in God and belief in putting my faith in Jesus, there's another layer to that for me. And I think that religion can't ever solve the world's problems. It can't. But Jesus can. So, for me, that tragedy and things of that nature just draw me closer. But for you, if that's not how you believe, at very least, we all need to come together and be able to lift each other up and support each other and come together on some very basic issues. And security of our country should be one of those things. So I wanted to take this moment just to reflect on that. I remember I was in my apartment at the time when it happened, and when it first happened, I remember turning on the news and distinctly believing that it was just some sort of really bad accident. And it didn't take long for that second plane to come through and really just change everything. And I remember going to work later that day and the gas prices jumping through the roof and people lined up into the street getting gas. And we're in Ohio, nowhere near where these other things took place. But at that point, you didn't know what was next. Were there more attacks coming? Were these the only ones? The coming hours, days, and weeks that followed, months really, you were just waiting for what happened next. And now, you see these things and you almost become numb to them. Attacks in Paris and other countries that are actually very welcoming to people from all different countries, and it's all very difficult to process. And I remember that day and the fear that you kind of have. How do you fully recover from that? And I think time heals wounds for certain. I think you start to lose some of that fear and resolve over time, and we just pray that nothing like September 11th ever happens again. We pray that people will just be civil to each other. This country is tearing itself apart, and you can blame who you want. There's a lot of players in this game. But that's not today. Today, we remember those that lost their lives. We remember those heroes that stood up in the face of terror and saved even more people from dying. So take a moment, recollect, as I'm sure you already were planning on doing, and to steal a line from Colin Bloodworth, tell someone you love them. That's it for today. It's a one-take vlog. Little happened to you. fog over.